one person watching. Is it myself? Is it just me? Well, I'll post it on Facebook and tweet it on Twitter. I've tried the other platforms. I suppose they're alright. But when you get used to something, you just prefer its functionality. So the other platforms might have slightly different ones, and it might actually be an improvement on what you already have. But you just return to what you're used to because you know who's going to be there. But this is just the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. You get the few loyal ones who will always be there, or the obsessed ones who will always be there. I do have something to say though. I'm not doing this just for company. I'm developing my ideas, and my most recent ideas are, or perhaps I repeat myself, this terrible egotism of people. It just means that it will be impossible to solve problems if everybody thinks they're just as good as the other, because that means you will, by definition, be creating a more divided society, divided by the competing egos of different people. If you have a hierarchical society, then however big your ego, you have to acknowledge the authority of the person above you in status. Now, this doesn't mean that that every interaction will be crippled by ideas of rank. If you believe in something that is proven to be false, then you are lower in status to somebody who is right. If you use logic that is discovered to be invalid or unsound, then you are lower in status to the person with the valid argument to your invalid argument, and inferior, lower in status to the person with a sound argument to your unsound argument. So we can go up and down in status even amongst our colleagues and equals in rank. So an adult may find himself having to ask a child to lead the way to somewhere the adult really does not know the way to, or even follow a dog. Here's a situation. A dog and his owner go for a walk, and injury or illness befall the owner of the dog, and the dog has to go back and get the family and friends of its owner, who has been taken ill or is injured. So, even though you might not think much of the status of the dog that is barking at you and telling you to come with it to its injured and sick owner, you have to follow it if you want to locate your loved one or your friend and associate. It's very simple. So, because people who are corrupt, and corruption is ignoring and denying the truth, you will get many people who are double-minded about so many things. So I've made it so clear so many times already. I have won all the arguments, and you would have thought that in a society that submits to truth, logic, and morality, I would have, be near the top by now. But no, And that is because corruption is not just at the top, but right at the bottom, with people who prefer their own emotions and opinions. And their emotions are invariably irrational, and their opinions are based on false beliefs that they cling to because it is the belief of their unofficial religion, and their unofficial religion is Islamophobia or anti Semitism, which is disobedience to God, though they cannot bring themselves to admit it. So if I ask them if they're atheist or theist, they won't be able to answer. It'll always be yes or no, and sometimes and maybe, and they can never make up their mind, as if they were capricious women who always dither about everything, or somebody suffering from dementia that you can never expect a proper opinion on anything important on. So this is their problem, and they're all like this. It doesn't matter if they're politicians or people complaining about politicians. They are actually crippled. Crippled intellectually and morally. And so this is a problem, and I won't say much more about that other than to end the stream and make it short and sweet. Thank you for your attention.